Hello! Welcome to Locator. This is a demo. I don't believe the full game, release date has been announced quite yet, so I don't know when it's supposed to be coming out. But yeah, listen to this button. If you like this, go wishlist it on Steam. It really helps the creators, okay? From what I understand, this is kind of a Geoguessr inspired alien planet that you have to locate based off of information. I don't know much about it. I try to go into these games not knowing much but the vibes, and if I like the vibes I try them out. So let's get into this. Solarian Cartography Office, 3:05 a.m. An urgent package arrives in the mail. Missing Abigail. Abigail Ladari, archaeologist, age 32, last known location, planet Pharaoh's orbit. Current whereabouts unknown, vital status unknown. Contact Brienne Ladari with any information. Okay, Abigail... Brianna. Okay. Solarian Cartography, Prit System, Planet Astrovia. Coordinates? I don't know if I should be writing these coordinates down, but... Dear Cartographer, this request is likely far outside your usual expertise, but I have exhausted all other options. My sister and esteemed archaeologist Abigail Dadari has gone missing. Last night I discovered her journal, photos, and map. I don't know how these items reached me, but it suggests she may still be alive. With the scarce details from Abigail's journal, photos, and map, can you track her journey and discover her current whereabouts? I eagerly await your results. Brienne Ladari. We got you. We're gonna find out what happened to your sister. The Asteri Station. Okay, oh, we got information. Here, I'm gonna... let's look at this map first, and then I'll show off what's over to the west. Okay, we got coordinates. Looks like some kind of communication towers or power generation. Okay, from station. Interesting. Maybe docks, or maybe these are power. Okay, we have coordinates. Okay, I'll keep those in mind. Anchor, a little upside down dude doing a dive. Like a triangle. And then E or a 3. Okay. Now, I'm going to make the assumption... Wait. Okay, yes. Latitude, north, longitude, east. So then, this is supposed to represent east, I presume. Okay. Oh, okay, I can just drag it around for this information as well. The journal. The information that we have. Okay. Contact Brienne with any information. Okay. Anything going on here? No. Oh, no thank you. And then that's, I'm assuming, saving. Whip! Okay. Letters. Photo log. Okay. Yeah, let's try to go for the journal. Yeah. Planet Pharaoh. It kind of, looks like a labyrinth of sorts. Or like a stovetop. Or a brain, whoa. Okay. Notes and findings collected by Abigail Ladari. I made it. I actually made it. Officially the first living person to step foot on planet Pharaoh. It's more beautiful than we could have ever known. How I wish you could be here. Okay, is that the ship, I assume? Okay. Alright, so if the journal's off screen... Interesting. Okay, and then photo log. Oh, here. Womp. If we're going to be getting things on either side, I'm just going to centralize myself. Okay. Photos. Abigail Ladari here. My ship may be burning wreck, but it worked. Planet Pharaoh's just outside. Just moments away. Where was this photo taken? Okay, can I get as quick? Yes, a zoom in. Previous photo, next photo. Okay, yeah. Oh, nope, I just... Q. Okay. This is as close as I can zoom. There's a little tree-looking thing in an ice crater. Burning ship, emergency. Okay. Let's look at the photos first. Crash landings are never pretty, but at least I didn't hit the tree. Oh my god. Okay, this is gonna be... Whoop, whoop, whoa! Sorry, wait. Here I am. I'm zooming all over the place. Okay. But at least I didn't hit the tree. Now, where am I? Seriously, do I get extra points for missing the tree? My Farron is a little bit rusty, but it looks like this obelisk reads Canyon Exit East. Thanks, obelisk. Okay. Canyon Exit East. So the exit of the canyon would be toward the east. Okay. Didn't hit the tree. Do I have to be super accurate? So we have tree, that, ship. And so the exit is east of the monument? Or the obelisk? Okay. Okay. Let us... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait. Huh? It shows... I guess this is just a tutorial. Okay. So, place a pin. Yeah. Oh, for each picture. Yeah. I mean... about right there. The very front cockpit. Yeah. That location may or may not be correct. Oh, is it one of these games? Locations are validated in sets of 3. I love these games. Correctly locate any 3 photos to validate the information in your photo book. Yes! Okay. Now I'm excited. Okay, so the tree looking at the ship. So that'd be standing like right here. Because you're right at the base of the root. Yeah. Okay. And then this obelisk, you can see the little divot there. You can see the ship and stuff in between. So you're standing right inside of it, right on the edge. Right about there. Yeah. Oh, the validation. Uh-huh. Damn. Look at my accuracy. Okay. More contents. Okay. Memories from a Dead Planet. A Brief History of Planet Pharaoh. By Juniper Ladari. Hi, June. Okay. Interesting. Nice black hole. Like the accretion disk they got going on. Very nice rendering. Already know most of it by heart, but figured I should have it ready for reference. Forward. We once thought Earth was at the center of the universe, until Edwin Hubble was able to prove that the spirals we saw in the sky were far-flying galactic systems. For centuries, we thought we understood the science behind black holes. Today, we are left with more questions than answers. For Abby and Brienne, I implore you to stay curious. Time is the greatest source of illumination we have. Yeah? Acknowledgements and forward, yeah. Here too, we don't have that. Always. Okay. I like the vibe so far, I like this. How do I... Oh, zoom, please. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna stay over to the side. Okay. I wish I could get a close-up of these towers, but this bridge is close as I can get. Oh, it's a bridge. All right. Okay. Towers. Could climb down those rocks to get a closer look, but gotta keep a safe distance on the old rickety wooden bridge. Okay, so there's a stone and then a wooden. These towers must be generating massive amounts of power. But for what? Okay, we got mysterious civilization. Okay, so I thought the big stone thing was the bridge, but no, this is also a wooden bridge. Did I? Yeah, there's multiple bridges. Alright, so the most obvious one right there, yeah. And then we can see the two towers in the background, so that would put me right about there. Yeah. About good enough, I think. Yeah, except I'm standing a little bit back. I don't know how super finicky this is. I imagine it's not incredibly finicky. Wow. Okay. And then this one has multiple. But you can see the rest of the ocean over that way. So, and then this lines up with just the edge, so you're like right here. Okay. And then this one. Yeah, right next to that. You're kind of at this end of the bridge looking over this way. Okay. Yep, nice. Ooh, a little bit off. Yeah, like 0.2 off. Oh well. I don't think I can zoom in on the map a little tiny bit, so. Mom's book. Their mom is Juniper? You have 2 kids, Juniper? Okay. Creepy tomb. Roger, Milton, Orville. Never saw these guys in Mom's book. Oh, did they come here to the planet first? The first living person. Interesting. Okay. So how did these tombs get, maybe like robots or something? How did the tombs get erected? If, not Brienne, Abigail. If Abby's the first one on here. Anyway, I'll look back at there after the pictures. So Roger, Orville, Milton. Looks like this is my chance to fill in the gaps for history. Interesting. Whoa. Very odd. What are these? These things are impossible to tell apart. Better open my journal so I can keep track of them. This guy looks like an Orville. Now, how am I supposed to know where... Okay, I guess the text. Just give me a black image. Light cut out. Roger, please keep me company until I can jot you down in my journal. My man Milton. 1 statue north, 2 statues east of Roger. Okay. So... Okay. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. They're getting tricksy with it. Okay, so... This, yeah, is the very bottom right corner. So Roger would be right here. 1 statue north. Yeah. I imagine that it'd be... Womp, womp, womp. Okay, I just want to make sure that they weren't, like, flipping this orientation on me. So... Milton. Yeah, my man Milton. So, you can see this. Is there... I don't know how specific they need me to be. Is there a direction that they're all facing? Okay, so this little... Let me zoom in. These things seem to... Yeah. Okay. So if we imagine this is like the front, then on the right side, they have these. Up. Orville. Back. So I guess, is there any way to determine... I guess it's just what are near them. Everything is near it. Yeah. Everything has something near it. Because I'm trying to think. I would imagine... Here, let's look at the layout of this thing. There's this. I'm trying to imagine which way they would be facing. So in chronological order, you find Orville, and then get to Roger, and then go this way. Huh. Yeah. Okay. So I think they are facing north. So if you are north of them, well, like, not north, but like this way, you know, basically north. Northeast. So that if you're facing them, like, you'd be on this end looking down kind of southwest to face them. So I imagine this would be like there. And you can see this one down at the end. And then maybe some rocks for the background. Yeah. I think that's what we're going with here. So there's Milton. Roughly. Roger, after having traveled from Orville, would just be... Now, why would the light cut out? I'm not sure. Assumably, go around the rock to here, if you're staying the same rough distance. And then Orville... I might be overthinking this completely. It might be, like, super generous, but I want to get it as close as possible. Because that's the fun of it. Okay. So then if you're facing it from there, you are on its right side, right about there. Just see this one back here. Okay. There are 3 unconfirmed locations on the map. At least one of these locations is incorrect. Correctly locating any 3 photos will validate the information in your photo book. One of them is incorrect. At least one of them, not a single, not just one. So they are very particular. I don't see any rocks in any of these photos. Or are they not? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't believe there's any other information for me to go off of, so... Should it be safe to assume that they're facing southwestern? In which case... Here... Wait, oh, yeah, clear location, I guess. Right about... there... What? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I guess my orientation of them was a little flipped around. Yeah. Oh well. Okay. I guess the chronology of it just messed with me. Here, let's do this again. What's with the music? I don't know. Across these lands lie 5 hidden artifacts. Return them, and we shall reveal Pharaoh's heart. We're closer than we've ever been, Mom. I can feel it. Pharaoh's heart. Oh, interesting. Okay, so these all just have weird little diamonds on them. No other crazy symbol. So, yeah, 5 hidden artifacts that I believe... Well, I don't know. Right now we're just trying to figure out what happened to Abigail. Okay. Whoa, teleportation points? Wow. Never been teleported before. Wish me luck. Red orb gives a glimpse of the destination. Teleports beings and objects inside diamond. Ow. Okay. Oh, so we have to find Abigail based on who knows what. We might get some map extensions. Okay. And we still don't know what language any of these are. Strange. I like the animated map. This would be good for D&D. Oh, and here's a language or numerical system. I'm not seeing any of these here. Okay. Do I have a notepad? That would be something I would suggest for them, is like to have a built-in notepad in the game for you to take notes on, or like write things or something. Okay. Portal 7. Strange. And then, yeah, the little loopy thing. So, just clockwise. 2, 1. 21. 400. 21. 41. 4,421. 211. Or at least, yeah, that's just for me to try to keep track. But I guess I can just refer back to it. I do like that you can just keep these open all the time. Okay. Thank God that's over with. I don't even mind taking the stairs. Yeah. Very cool. Oh, I forget what these are called. Gyroscopes? I think so. Across these lands lie 5 hidden artifacts. Return them, and we shall reveal Pharaoh's heart. And so, the treasure hunt begins, starting with Portal 11. Oh, wait, so... interesting. Wait. Okay. Are they technically, because I'm standing inside the diamond, expected... No. They wouldn't expect me to pinpoint it. When this photo was taken, it was in the diamond, or right at the edge, so. Oh boy. Interesting. I wonder in the full game how much, like, this language will be able to be deciphered. Or maybe even in this demo, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna put that much effort into it just for this video, but let's see. Okay, so, top of the stairs to you. Right there, simple. Interesting. Different raised sections. We have no way of knowing. Well, wait. Okay, so there's 6. Yeah, the stairs. So we're right here at the base. So this is actually lower. Interesting. All right. Starting with Portal 11. Now I gotta do maths. Oh boy. So if this is 7, we have a 4, 2, 1. Is it just as simple as adding them together? I mean, I guess. I am not thinking of what other complicated things it could be, unless it tells me that Portal 11 is wrong once I get it. Because, I mean, this one, 4421, that's 11. 8, 10, 11. So, yeah. Are you that simple? I guess so. Okay, it's just addition. I like this little jingle they have whenever you complete it. Solarian Cartography Office, 4:07 a.m. Another package arrives in the mail. Okay. Prit system to planet Astrovia. Cartographer. We're off to a good start. Included with this letter is the next series of photographs and journal entries from Abigail. Please note that from here on out, the sequence of Abigail's photos is not strictly chronological. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Some photos are missing or out of order. Expect Abigail's journey to be more irregular. I'm not sure what happened, but I hope she's okay. Thank you for all your help. So, is the Pharaoh's heart, the heart of Pharaoh, whatever they called it, this planet, a black hole? Because the image, there's like teleportation, so there's already spatial manipulation, which is going to mess with time, realistically speaking. But if the heart of this planet is a black hole or teleports you to a black hole, I could see if the photos that were recovered somehow or transmitted in whatever way would have been messed with. We'll see. That's just instincts, the gut feeling. So irregular. I'm not sure what happened, but I hope she's okay. Thank you for all your help, Brienne Ladari. Whoa. Very pretty. Oof. I might have to yoink some of these for D&D because they look really good. Let's see. Yeah, let's just take a look around real quick. We got a nice crescent donut. The claw. Little islands. Okay, interesting. Flipped. This is mirrored because we've got the west, still north going up. Can I look at the other map? Zoom map, move map. Because, wait a minute. Whoa, what? I guess we don't know what this planet looks like, do we? Because this is saying that this is still, you know, our equivalent of south. This is still west, this is still north, this is still east. Because anchor, diver, triangle, 3. But on this map, it's west. What cardinal direction system does this compass rose use? Paragos Islands. Okay. I am intrigued by that. I'm not great. I have aphantasia, so I'm not able to like visualize. So I'm not sure what the geometry of this planet would be to allow for something like that. Interesting. Okay. We have little ships or something pointing. Maybe this is a village. It looks like a bunch of structures. Ship chart for travel around the archipelago. Okay. Sorry. Journal. Let's see. Here we go, baby. Okay, black holes and contradictions. A black hole is a celestial object with a gravitational pull so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape it. This was humanity's collective understanding of black holes for hundreds of years. Then we received a message. Ooh. Hut designs. Each village uses one of these 2 hut designs. Is there any way I can tell? I don't believe so. So, diamond, oval, okay. Projection pools. Used to safely simulate voyages across planet Pharaoh. Night sky projected onto dome, creating the illusion of ocean travel. Interesting. Oh, that's what these little, like, ships are for. Entrance. Not visible during active projections. Shallow pool of water simulates the ocean. Why? Projection pool map. Northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere. Starter pool. Closed for maintenance. Yes, okay, so it is this way. Just double checking the squiggle right there. Baron technology. So we got a message from Pharaoh? I guess a living person being human? From what Abigail's letter said? Or, let me just, I want to double check what this said. Last known location, planet Pharaoh's orbit. Okay. Alright. Boat diagram. Forward telescope. Seat, rudder, hull. Rear. Okay. Yeah. Spear station. Interesting. Front. Guide rail. Hey, okay, we get to learn these. As the boat changes heading... I guess heading is just direction. As the boat changes heading, it moves along a guide rail to ensure it doesn't leave the projection pool. Okay. Yeah, because the projection, yeah, tries to simulate the night sky, so interesting. Can I move those? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, would I have to guess what the orientation of certain boats were based off of cardinal direction? Okay. Strange. Let's see what these photos are. Ooh. Okay, we got more than 3. That's good. So we can kind of play around a little bit. Let's read through them and then I'll make some guesses. Dropped my photo book climbing up this cliff. I think I may have lost some photos, but the view of the village was worth it. We also have to keep in mind a chronological order. Potentially. Okay. This should be simple. Because I don't have to submit them in any chronological order. I can just submit them however I wish. Working on my composition, it's all about balancing the elements. The hut, the cliff, the rocks, and the village. Yeah, these have been really, like, well taken photos, so good job, Abby. AKA the game developers, but kayfabe. Yep. These walkways are starting to blend together. First hut left, second hut right. Have I seen this before? Looks like this projection pool is out of order. Gonna see if I can turn the water back on and get the night sky working. It said the southern, or the one lowest on the map, wasn't working. I'm not sure if that's still the case when she got there. Yes, you can see the cardinal direction. Cool. Little diver. Heading symbol is lit up. If I can get this pool working, I should be able to use this boat to practice my navigation and sailing skills. The guide rail is functional. Was able to move the boat, but the constellation projections aren't working. Just seeing the heading symbols... oh, the constellation projections aren't working, just seeing the heading symbols. Yeah. Time to try the other pools. Okay. And then this is the east equivalent or whatever, technically now west on this map. I'll just call it 3. I'll call them what I referred to them before. It was anchor, diver, triangle 3. Okay. So we have 2 divers. So this is a different projection pool. And the chronology doesn't really matter. But this is also turned off. So that's interesting. You were able to move the boat. Okay. Let me read through this text again, just in case. Because they said it's not necessarily chronological. So she might not be talking about the same pool. I'm assuming she. Right. Sister? I think so. Yeah. Okay. This is out of order. See if I can turn the water back on and get the night sky working. Heading is lit up. Can get it working. Use the boat. Okay. Guide rail is functional. Able to move the boat. Okay. Just seeing the symbols. Time to try the other pools. Looks like this projection pool is out of order. So this was the first pool that Abigail went to. Because now you have to try out the other pools. Meaning that this is out of order. And is stuck looking out toward Diver. In Diver direction. But it seems like this is chronological. I don't think it really matters too much. Okay, let's get some of these going first. So, that is the one of these. Simply this one, because the first building is on the left of the perspective. But you are looking at it this direction. So you're probably looking at it. Oh, the little plants. Yeah, you're looking at it right there. Roughly. Hold on. Let me get a little more specific with it. Yoink. Yes. Okay, that's an easy one. Now, I could lock these three in. And then I would struggle with these three. So it would be at my advantage to actually use these strategically and only submit one or two so that I can try to lock in these knowing which ones are right or wrong, right? You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm tryharding here. But that's how I have fun. I hope it's not too boring. Let's see. Okay. So if my hunch is correct, one of these is out of order. Where did we see that? So Juniper's notes says that this is closed for maintenance. I don't know if that's still accurate by the time that Abigail is there because a chronology, so I don't know. So we can't trust that necessarily, but we can assume, we can try it. So this is out of order. And based off of that, yeah, that is in the correct direction. So this would be here, roughly, right at the doorway. Yeah. And then this would be on the same thing on the ship. That's basically what it looks like, but like back here. Lock it in. Okay. I mean, you know what? They had addition. Oh, and then there could be more that I can utilize. Weird. Okay. They had addition for like a symbols puzzle. So I might be overthinking this. I might be like going way too try hard. Maybe it gets more difficult in like the main game. I don't know. Okay. Let's try to lock this in and then we'll move on to the other ones. See what we want to do with that. We'll not lock it in. Let's input it. So the guide rail is functional, meaning that it could be anything. Able to move the boat. We'll go with the simple one first. There is no simple one. Interesting. So if we imagine, let's see. they're starting to blend together. So, where's that? Out to the ocean. Not there. Because starting on the right, starting on the left. So, starting on the left, right here. Left, right, forward. Yeah. I believe so. That's the only one. Yep. That goes out toward the ocean. Have I seen this before? I don't know. Have you? Does it matter? Okay. Sorry. So the reason why I'm going through... I need to, like, explain my thought process. I can't just do it. Show my work. The reason I'm going through these other photos is because I'm trying to figure out what order these would be in. I could also just put it in and then see what happens when I lock other stuff in. Because then you have dropped my photo book climbing up this cliff. I think I may have lost some photos, but the view of the village was worth it. That is very interesting. Climbing this cliff. So are these like little pathways? Because how else would you enter? So if this wasn't the first one... I don't know. Because we know... Sorry. That this was the first pool. You can't enter this pool unless you've already gone through here, right? So... And we know this was not the first pool because it's functional. So if you're on the boat facing 3-word, you would be basically right about here. Anyway, let's check out some more stuff. A message was sent from within a black hole. An impossible message. One that has broken our understanding of the universe itself because it's time travel. Maybe from Abigail. Whoa. This book is that message. Oh. Or at least our best attempt at translating it. The message tells the tale of a dying planet. I'm afraid I won't be around to see how the story ends, but I hope that you might one day find the answers. It's almost like a thumbprint, actually. Oh, the message was the thumbprint, or coordinates for Pharaoh, or, well, deciphering it. Interesting. So, Abigail got something happened with time shenanigans with the black hole, was able to send a message back in time for Juniper and for Brienne, I'm assuming, based off of like her discoveries. So the weird grandfather paradox situation, it seems. So her location, who knows, but she was able to send the information back in time. Might be in the black hole. I don't know. Maybe she didn't walk in, but just sent a message in. Anyway, that's all for the book. Sorry, I like to make theories a lot. The walkways in these villages have these cool trifurcating. Wow, I know bifurcating. I've never heard of trifurcating. Trifurcating paths. At least I think that's the word for branching into 3. We'll go with it. I don't know. Okay. Ooh. Got a fire going in this hut. Let's hope it makes these rations more palatable. Now, how in the world am I going to guess where this is? What? But... Sorry? Oh, boy. Oh. Well, there you go. Looks like the smoke from my fire is still lingering. I missed those rations already. Well, oops. Sounds like she, burnt the rations. Oopsie. Okay. So to try to lock this in, step one, let's figure out which assortment of huts. I mean, yeah, there's the island. You got the plants. Simple? Yeah, should be. Er? It might actually be over here because there's the two. Well, they don't give you enough information. Okay, let's look at perspective. So, you got, yeah, no. With the tiny island over here, you wouldn't see that from this perspective. You're only seeing that from this perspective, so lock in. Uh, yeah. And you also would have this building on your right instead of your left. Okay, so then that would make... Wait. Ooh. Oh, this building is right here. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yes. Sorry. So that would mean that is this building is where the fire took place. Lights coming in from that direction. So specifically right about there. Yep. Locking in? No. So is it not here? How would you get to this pool first? Huh. Strange. Let me try this. I don't want to just guess, but I want to see if at least the cardinal directions are right. I want to at least get that much information. No. Huh. Unless these are wrong, but that is very odd. Why? Okay. Because this seemed correct. Yeah. So this, you can see the diver over, which matches up here on the map, the compass rose. So assumably, it would be over here. So how? There's no way that this is the same room. No, it's not. Why would the compass rose be different within the projection pool? Let me reread through what the text is. Okay. Okay, it's out of order. Turn the water back on. Okay. Heading symbol is lit up. If I can get this pool working, I should be able to use this boat to practice my navigation and sailing skills. And this was already locked in. The guide rail is functional, was able to move the boat, but the constellation projections aren't working. Just seeing the heading symbols. Yeah. Time to try the other pool. I don't understand. Again, I don't want to just simply guess the other remaining, assumably 6 points. Very odd. Huh. I'm going to leave this here based off of my previous deductions of this having to be the first pool that you walk in if you were to go in through here. Let's explore some of these other ones though. So the trifurcating, oh boy. Rip, sorry. So buildings kind of close. First on the left and then the right. So it could simply be right here. Out. No, you would see land back there. Okay. No. Trifurcating could be right here. Yeah. Okay. I think so. Right there. Yep. Okay. Anything locked in? No. What is happening? What? Sorry? I guess I'll keep moving on. What do I already have? Okay, I have the cliff. So hut to the left, hut to the right. Oh boy, I already figured this out. Right here? No. Where did I say that? Right here. Left, right there. Yeah. And you're right about... Oh yeah, and then there's this path like kind of going off to the right. So you're right about there. Okay, which three? Here? Okay. The fire is wrong? Wait. Did I lock in the fire? No. Why is the fire wrong? Got a fire going in this hut. Let's hope it makes these rations more palatable. Maybe the new pictures will give me a different smokehouse? Or maybe there's some information in here that I'm missing? Because, okay, looks like the smoke from my fire is still lingering. I missed those rations already. So if this is a chronological... Let's say she made a fire, lost other rations, made this new fire. Let's hope it makes these rations more palatable because these were burnt. But then how do you know which hut? I don't see any lights except for maybe that. No. I don't see fire going on in any of these huts. Oh gosh, how are we gonna... And we don't see the entrance, so we don't know. Anyway, journal first. Night sky navigation, southern hemisphere. Right, southern, this one. Step 1. Using the constellations in the night sky, determine which hemisphere you're in, north or south. Yeah? Okay. Step 2. Southern hemisphere. Locate the water snake constellation. The brightest star at the head of the constellation is the southern eye. Okay. Step 3. Use the southern eye to determine your heading. Oh, is there like ship direction heading that I'm not familiar with that is... Anyway, if you stand facing the eye, you are now facing south. So right now, anchor is south. Diver is east. Okay. Weird. Oh boy, okay, more. Night sky navigation, northern hemisphere. Step 1, using the constellations in the night sky, determine which hemisphere you're in, north, south, yeah, northern hemisphere. Step 2, locate the northern eye by drawing lines out from the following constellations like so. Okay. The Offering Bowl and the Keter Crater, northern eye. Alright. So it's the twinkly small bits based off the bigger bits. Use the northern eye to determine your heading. If you stand facing the eye, you are now facing north. Okay. Major constellations, northern hemisphere. Reaching branches, tangled roots, offering bowl, Keter crater, Paragos squid, barren lizard. There are animals? Ew. Southern hemisphere, major constellations. Asker's shield, split crystal, grand boulder, orbiting twins, water snake. Okay, let's check out some of those new. Right, was this? Yeah. Sorry, the background noise. These projection pools are amazing. I feel like I'm actually sailing, still taking in all of these new constellations. So that's the water snake. We're in the southern hemisphere. Offering bowl, north. Okay, so we're facing southward. Right, I believe so. Facing northward. Or, sorry, no. This is facing southward because of the telescope. This is facing... If this is northward, we're facing westward because that's the front of the ship. Okay, sorry. Text. I don't mean to apologize. That's just how I say things. On Earth, we'd never be able to see our constellations so clearly. Should make finding the southern and northern eye easier. Getting artsy with a shot of the reflection. Whoa. Oh boy, fun. Okay. Interesting. So that's... Yeah, that's the Keter crater, right? Yeah. No? I thought it was. Maybe the reflection just kind of messes with it because it doesn't look like the same amount of stars, but who knows? Oh well. And then you're looking toward... What part of the boat is that? Is that the seat? I think that's the seat. Okay, so that's the back. Okay. Have I put in... Yeah, I put in number 1. Number 2... Did I not do number 2 yet? Okay. I might hold off on that because I don't want to automatically submit it. I want to do the things that I'm less sure about first. That way they can kind of confirm each other, and then I still have another one to play with to try to like finally confirm it, I guess, right? Is that what I should be doing? Yeah. Yeah, why not? Yeah, because then I get one more unsure before the sure ones. Okay. So this is Northern Hemisphere, which based on this was this top one, and you're facing north, I believe. No, south, sorry. Facing south. You're on the boat, toward the front. Or you're right there, actually. You're right at the center if you're about to look at the telescope. Okay. I also know that I'm not going to lock any in with these guesses until I do all 3, potentially. Because we just unlocked this, so. Okay, now we're in northern. This... We are looking in this picture toward the north, meaning we are facing directly westward. Yeah. Still a little bit back, but yeah. Okay. And then I believe this is also north, but we're like facing a little eastward, like maybe northeast. This one's gonna be a little difficult. Let me just double check major constellations. Yeah. So here, the double. Wait, is this southern? What are you? What? But then why does it seem to have... Oh, this does have a double star on the Grand Boulder. But that's not... The reflection wouldn't have it on the left. What is going on here? What? Hello? Wait, what's the perspective of this picture? What? Because it would be a vertical reflection. It wouldn't be a horizontal reflection. So why would that twinkler be on the left? I'm not going to question it too hard. Anyway, okay, so we are in southern. Okay, so I just misread the crater as, or the boulder as a crater. Southern. Do we know what? Okay, wait, let's go back to this one. Okay. There and there. Why can't we see? The boat is blocking it. That's fun. Okay. So the back of the boat is facing directly southward. So that would make you northward. Oh! Damn it. Wait. I meant to do it on here. Yeah. Southward. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Whoa, okay, sorry, hold on. I want to first read the book. Oh. Okay. Prime Meridian Equator. Sure. Planet Pharaoh Globe. Azra Mountains, Northern Ice Cap Ring, Paragos Island. We're currently on that northern Paragos Island. Right? Yeah. Yep. Were we at the ice caps previously? The Void. Pardon? Oh, I wish I could zoom in on that. Murrow's Passage to the Void. Southern Sand Gates. Rennie Overgrowth. Interesting. Measuring latitude. Step 1. Align the bottom of the sun with the horizon. Step 2. Read the angle at the horizon at noon. Step 3. Calculate latitude using the following equation. Latitude equals 90 degrees minus measured angle. I'm not absorbing any of this. I'll have to take a moment. Latitude equals 90 degrees minus 20 degrees measured angle. Latitude equals 70 degrees. Okay, right. Sure. Okay. No, let me... Sorry. Zoom in. Yeah, what is that? Okay. What the hell is that? Reminder, do not go off the practice route after sunset and avoid 37 north, 45 west. Interesting. What is the perspective? Is it underwater? I don't know. Okay, so 20 degrees latitude. My first actual voyage, taken at noon along one of the practice sailing routes. Let's see if I can figure out my latitude using these binoculars. What is a... I guess... Okay. Whoa! Very pretty. Framed the sunset with a lateral door frame. I should get some sleep, but I'm all turned around. Barrel rotates in the opposite direction of Earth. Everything's backwards. Didn't seem backward back where you crashed your ship. Strange. Okay. So a lateral door frame, or sorry, a literal door frame. Derp. But it is like directly, you know, sunset. So they said, it rotates in the opposite direction, everything's backwards, so presumably it would be setting toward the east. So an open door toward the east. And it would be a building with the triangle, so we can probably look at other pictures to see what triangle buildings there are. Diamond. Angular. Okay. So during a route at 70 latitude. Okay. So one of these routes. So latitude. Oh. Doesn't go up. Oh, sorry. 20. Oh, it's all the way at the bottom. Yep. Right there. It's the only one directly at 20. And then this, 37 north, 45 west. Longitude 45. Oh, wait. West just means we're west of the prime meridian, right? And yeah. So, okay, my bad. We were east of the prime meridian when we were doing longitude otherwise. Right. Because this is in an increasing longitude. Okay. I don't do maps usually. I probably shouldn't be playing this game if I don't do maps, but I'm learning. Okay. So it's not like weird inconsistencies. This is... Diver is still westward. Okay. Oh. Sorry, slurping. 37. Why? 45. So like right there. Whoa. Oh, that's just a little firefly. Right about there. So off the route. Yeah. Avoid ISO. Let's talk about this location. What is that? Is it a creature? Is it a plant? It's hard to tell. Okay. So everything's backwards. Whoa. So it'd be setting eastward with a clear, so it'd be this one. We don't have any pictures to show us the entryway of there. Yeah, that's the only ocean facing directly eastward without any obstructions thing, right? Yep, I don't see anything else. Okay. Should be simple as that. No? Which one? 70. Yeah. Snake, avoid, it might be this one. 37 north. Yeah. 45 west. Okay. I don't know what misinformation we would be getting from this. Off the practice route. Are we still on a route? There's no other... Oh, this doesn't go up to 45. Yeah. Let me try to lock in number 1 just to see which ones of these I might be getting wrong. Or not number 1. Number 2. So you see, I mean, so no rocks. There are rocks there, right? Yeah, there are rocks. Okay. Yeah. But there are no rocks back here, so presumably it's maybe not. We're at the edge. Oh, is it this? Yeah. That appears roughly accurate. Okay. I think it's... Nope. Oh boy. Skip all the way. You. Right. Stop it. That's as close as I'm gonna be able to get with this in the way. Okay, which do I have correct? Is the water the miss? That's correct. What? Which building is it? I cannot. Okay, the insides of these buildings are messing with me. Before we move on, I want to double check. So this, based off of this, is that here? Yeah. Okay. My bad. I was looking at it weirdly. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking this ridge was going off to meet this building, but it was going off to descend onto the island. And then I thought, okay, no, yeah, that's my bad. Good thing I'm double checking. Okay, so get that in there. I still don't know, because I guess it's a practice thing, but I tried all three of these with this direction. So, what is this talking about? The guide rail is functional, was able to move the boat. Constellation projections aren't working. Just seeing the heading symbols, time to try the other pool. I tried all three, right? Did I not try the top one? The northern hemisphere? Also, the constellation projections aren't working. What? But these two were working for her in the future pictures. So it would have to be here because I should be able to use this boat. Wait. It's out of order. Okay. Guide rail's functional, was able to move the boat. The constellation projections aren't working. Just seeing the heading symbols, time to try the other pools. So this one was first, I think. Okay. So, I mean, we'll just lock it in, or input those. And then, what else could this be? Frame to the sunset. Backwards. Am I crazy? Because west would mean that way. What did the thing here say? Doesn't specify. And I don't believe there'd be anything else unless the sun is obscuring the island here? No, sorry, the door. Would it be this? You would see the island, right? I would assume. Unless it's just a weird enough perspective that you wouldn't. Because then you would be seeing the sunset to the west, which is... Wait. No, yeah, frame the sunset with a little door frame. Yeah. Why? What? We'll just, because we know that those other ones were wrong. So let's just switch these up and see which one might eventually get locked in. Was there anything else? No. Moving on. Okay. Actually, first. Yep. Journal. Natural phenomena. While rare, auroras are sometimes visible in Pharaoh's night sky at certain latitudes. Southern Hemisphere range, -23 south to -90 south. Northern Hemisphere range, 31 to 90 north. I was lucky to catch an aurora. It didn't even last the hour before fading into the sky. Oops, accidental double space it looks like. Ugh. Okay, didn't even last an hour before fading into the sky. Okay. Star movement. Using star movement, Barons were able to determine... Barons? Future human? I don't know if they knew that yet, but anyway. Farrians were able to determine their heading while out at sea. Line up the forward telescope, oh boy, crosshair with a bright star, allow 2 minutes to pass, and observe the direction that the star has moved. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Pharaoh rotates clockwise. Clockwise. Okay, so it's rotating... From this island's perspective, it is rotating like... If that makes any sense. I mean, that's kind of what they're showing here. Star moves down facing... Oh, no. I assume that says east. Oh, boy, that's gonna be... Welp. Same, Abby, same. Okay. Let's see what this has to say. Had to lie down to grab this shot of the hut. Still have sand in my hair. An actual aurora. Wish you could be here to see it. So sand. Bridge. Northern. Still using the practice route, taking another latitude reading at noon to make sure I've still got the hang of this. The distant village almost messed up my reading. Why? Does it have to do with like where the sun is or something? Practicing at the projection pools. Whoa. Interesting. Again, took a long exposure through the boat's forward telescope to see star movement over time. I can use this to determine my heading. Oh boy. So this is the weird... I don't know what they called it. We'll look at it. We'll find out. Where? Major constellation. Yeah, the split crystal, southern hemisphere. And so because the star traveled up, we would be facing west. That would be our heading. In the... Oh, I already forgot. Southern. Okay. Facing west because they are traveling up. Well, I presume... Rotate. Yes. The way that it was rotating clockwise. I believe so. Okay. So this is looking through the boat's forward telescope. Yeah. I believe that is how that would work, based off of the weird direction that we got. Not facing downward, but facing upward right here. Yeah, that's westward. Or sorry, no, that's wait. South. That constellation... Oh boy. Was east. What? Sorry? Hello? Forward. That... Okay, wait, looking down, should be over there. Looking this way, to the right? No, that's west. Anyway. So what am I? So just looking through the hills? Yeah. Okay. I'm overthinking it. Okay, we got that correct now. We got the fire correct now. We don't have the sunset. What the heck way is the sunset? Do I know how the sun works on this planet yet? Or the star? Whatever. Because if it's rotating clockwise, it would set this way. So I should have been right. I think. No. I don't know. Is there any other hut that would face this one? I guess. Yeah. Might be that one. Okay, new journal entry. Broken branch. Among the stars, find the branch that is broken. Lizard's eye. Look to the sky and find the lizard's eye. Whoa. Okay. The branch that is broken, so some kind of tree. I don't remember what the constellations are called. Lizard's eye. So, how would you find... I will see if the images help me with that. New images. Let's check it out. Okay. It is said that the Farans held the night sky with such reverence that, if they're future humans, they would, because they're missing home. They built their society to reflect the beauty in the stars. Whoa. The artifact. Now, how am I going to possibly confirm that? Maybe I can get more pictures? If I get a set of 3 done, that can help me confirm this? I don't know. Okay. So I have to figure out where these are. The lizard's eye. So I don't have to, like, actually look at the constellations, because, let me just, for the fun of it, look. Tangled roots reaching branches. Broken branch. Maybe it's important, possibly not, because this island is on the northern hemisphere. And this is northern hemisphere stuff. Wait, do these... These villages are the constellations. That's... Yeah. So the Faran lizard, right there. So the lizard's eye, I imagine, would be like this. And then this, the broken, oh wait, sorry, no, that's the broken branch. Okay, sorry. Yes, that's the broken branch. Whoops. This is the lizard's eye. Okay, so this would be here. Okay. Yeah. Broken branch. We have major constellations, reaching branches. So what I think that is showing... Oh, so it's a path leading, ending up at circular, but there's no way for me to tell. That is strange. They made a whole thing about like the circular and angular, like curved versus angular openings, but we haven't actually used that in any puzzles yet. Anyway, let's see. So, at the edge of a bridge. I believe so. Yeah. Or I guess there's also this one. How am I supposed to know? The reaching branch. Is it reaching for here? Because what was it saying? So this would be... Lizard's Eye would be the north. That'd be there? Anyway, we'll get back to it later. Look to the sky and find the lizard's eye. Among the stars, find the branch that is broken. Now, what is the broken branch? I don't know. Okay. It looks fairly straightforward, so it could be, well, all of them are straightforward off the branch. Unless that's the point. This one is off kilter. Because I don't know, it doesn't go that way. How am I to know? Now this is interesting, because this says broken branch. Among the stars, find the branch. Beauty in the stars. Look to the sky, and this says the night sky. Weird. I'm not sure why the messages would be reversed. Oh, sorry, I don't know if my stuff is blocking that. I need to fix that real quick. Oh, okay. Anyway. I don't want to just guess. I want to resolve this. Because I should be getting, based off of my other guesses, one correct. Okay. Let me try to lock this in. Do I want to? No. What do I want to do? Because what do I have left to work with? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to use that, and which one of these can I be sure about? Sand. I could probably be pretty sure about this. So it's near cliffs, sand, branches off from an end point. That seems like right here. Oh, but no. It would have to be here. Because it has to be a certain latitude. Or it could be this. No, because cliffs. Yeah. Yep. Where was the latitude mentioned? Where... Oop. Oh, Aura. Here, Aurora. 31. Yeah, just barely. Here. Okay, so it's up there. Okay, so we have these two that should lock in potentially. And so I want to try to determine the broken branch. 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. Maybe? Let me look back at the word. Air major constellations. Reaching branches. Is there... Oh! On the artwork, this branch is broken. Yeah, because it's coming from the tree. That's kind of hard to tell. But this branch is broken. So... that'd be right there. Well then, if I'm fairly certain of that, I do want to lock in the lizard's eye. Yeah. Okay, I would rather lock in the lizard's eye. No? Uh-oh, uh-oh, whoopsie. Okay, good thing I did this. Where the heck would this be then? Let me look at... water snake. Lizard's eye. Is there... Yeah... It's looking like that's the head. The eye would be here. Because that's what I was thinking earlier, but something was making me second guess it. Okay. Got the lizard's eye, got the aurora, got the sunset. Good. No new pictures. Any new journal entry? No. Okay. Let's figure this out. So we have the village at the ocean on a trade route, or practice route, around 53 of latitude. Huh? Okay. 90 minus 53 to make 27? 37. Yes, 37. Oh, that's really high up. With the village in the ocean. So around there? 55. What are the increments? 5, 10, yeah. 57, 33? Yeah, 33, okay. 33 latitude. Oh, it could be any one of these. Would it be this? Because the village here, where the sun is, right? Is that what the right binocular is intending for? Or is that just to show you the bottom of the horizon? I think that's just for you to line up the bottom of the horizon with the sun. Okay. Or the bottom of the sun with the horizon line. Yeah, I mean, that seems like it would fit this. Yeah. The like 4 dispersed with the 1 off to the side. Yeah? Okay. I'll enter that location. It just said that. Okay, right. Oh boy, which one was this? The broken branch was right here. Sorry, right here. Looking at it from technically right there. And then this is the symbol here, north, so latitude 25. This, okay. 25. Right there? Is that 25? Yeah. You can find it right here. Oh, I was right at the end? Right before the pause? Dang it. Ugh, if only it was a couple more minutes. The artifact. Whoa. 5 artifacts. The message. Locator. Oh boy. Okay. So I guess the full game is, like, really finding Abigail? I wasn't sure if it was gonna be, finding Abigail in the demo and then finding other people, but it seems like Abigail, the Lindari, was it? It's been a couple hours. Family is, like, the central plot. Okay, full game includes 4 new areas, each of the artifacts, each with their own unique mechanical twist. Ooh, interesting. Optional challenge photos, a more cohesive and fleshed out story. Cohesive? I feel like this is pretty cohesive, but okay, more fleshed out. Yeah, okay, well. This was very, very cool. I love this kind of, what's it called? Science, like, yeah, science fiction, but theoretical physics. Yeah, kind of exploring the ideas that these all have. Time dilation, and I don't have to get into it. I might in the full game. Yeah. If y'all are interested, definitely wish list this on Steam so that either you can play it, even if you don't intend on playing it and maybe just want to watch me later. Wishlist it anyway. It helps them, helps the creators, helps them with, like, just how Steam works. So yeah, go and do that. Thank y'all for joining me. Bye.